start with one of three questions based on the teaching of Jesus. Number one, what does your mind fear? What does your mind fear? Who, what are you afraid of? Jesus has this to say about fear. Luke 12:32. Fear not, little flock. Fear not. This is the most frequently uttered command in the whole Bible. The first 5 books of the Bible alone have 613 commands. And if you take the totality of the Bible, the 66 books of Scripture, and you pull out every single command, the one that is repeated most frequently is fear not. How many of you, that surprises you? This must be a perennial issue because the Bible's written over the course of a few thousand years by roughly 40 authors in multiple nations. And one thing is consistent. People are governed by their fears. See, the book is timeless, and so it's always timely. And Jesus says, fear not. Now, what he doesn't say is don't plan and prepare. See, some of you are lazy or irresponsible or immature. You say, well, that's why I don't make a budget. That's why I don't pay my taxes. That's why I don't have life insurance. That's why I don't have health insurance. Jesus says, fear not. So I don't. You should. The Bible talks a lot as well about planning. If you read the book of Proverbs, much of it is about wisdom, storing up, planning, preparing, strategizing, anticipating your future, getting ready for it. Right? Some of you would, in a very irresponsible way, consider yourself very mature. I'm totally disorganized because I trust the Lord. Well, God would say, administration is a gift that I gave. Meet someone who has it. Ask them questions. Get a budget. Get a plan. Get a schedule. Think about your future. Think about your children's future. Think about your children's children's future. But don't fear it. Don't freak out about it. Don't stress over it. Do all you can and then trust God with that only God can do. So if you're like me, we plan a little too much. The goal is to be ready for the future and to trust God in it so that you can enjoy it as it approaches. Now, as we get into this as well, what is fear? Well, fear is our response to danger that is real or perceived. Right? It doesn't need to be real scary. That's the whole point of Halloween. We just had it. The whole point is freak kids out. Right? And they're not in real danger, but the fear is out of danger that is real or danger that is perceived to be potentially real. That's where fear comes from. And everyone fears. Everyone fears. What do you fear? Do you fear sickness? Do you fear death? Do you fear death by drowning? Do you fear death by burning? Do you fear public speaking? Do you fear being single? What do you fear? Do you fear not being able to have children? What do you fear? Do you fear unemployment? What do you fear? Everyone fears something.